Hello and welcome to the Cox Sports Report. I'm Morgan Lang with my co-host Matthew Hatfield, and we have a great selection of state quarterfinal games as we're going to see the last 8 teams in their region vie for the title of state champion. And we're going to see if the first set of that is the Lake Taylor Titans taking on the Dinwiddie Generals. As we're going to see, here we are in the 4A South state quarterfinal matchup, or as we like to say, the regional semifinals. Lake Taylor Titans, Dinwiddie Generals. Matthew, what's going to happen here?
Oh, it's anybody's ball game. I can see it. The team with the ball last wins it. Dinwiddie comes in at 12-0 overall, winning every game by 20+. And, of course, Lake Taylor, the defending Division 5 state champ, now in Division 4. And right out of the gate, empty formation, and the Generals fool the Titans on that quarterback trap. Hard to do against that tenacious Titans defense. And it's Ronald Kearney going the distance. 71 yards for Kearney, and Dinwiddie's on the board right out of the chute.
Oh man, what a kick there to the prior state champs themselves, but it could be anyone's game here as Cody Bell makes the extra point, and the Generals are up 7-0. But the Titans here will have an opportunity in a second to try to tie it up.
Yeah, they need to rally here and do so quickly because Dinwiddie's defense can get momentum going and it can be trouble. Shaheem Johnson back to throw, intercepted by O'Neal Shell, the senior defensive back. He's looking for some yardage after the pick, gets down to the 45-yard line, setting up Dinwiddie with a chance to add on to that 7-0 lead.
Yeah, and they absolutely might have an opportunity here, but we'll see another play here by the Titans. Quarterback Shaheem Johnson going back again, and he's going deep, and this time it's intended. Oh, and it's intercepted again, this time by Malik Scott. Nice pickoff there, and you can see the Generals rallying. They're getting excited, they're juiced up, and it's going to be an interesting ball game here.
Yeah, turnovers have plagued Lake Taylor. Their only 2 losses to LC Bird and Oscar Smith. 2 teams still left in the postseason field. And there's Cedarius Williams, the running back star for Dinwiddie's offense. 1,700 yards, 19 touchdowns in the season. You see why there with an excellent run, and now he's going to get it again. And
who you're going to go to once, you're going twice. As Matthew said, you're going to end up going to Williams again as he tiptoes across the end zone there, and he's in for an 11-yard touchdown. What an exciting chain of events, and they have an opportunity here. Bell makes this second extra point to double the score, and he does. So it is doubled. It is 14-0 on top for the Generals.
Getting some style points with the tippy-toe action. How about the horse there? What an atmosphere it is at Dinwiddie there off a Turkey Egg Road. The Titans wishing they could maybe go back right now because it's not going their way. And more Dinwiddie action in the end zone for a touchdown. It's Rashad Stewart hauling in the 30-yard touchdown pass from Ronald Kearney. Lake Taylor's defense had held opponents to only 9% conversions on third down, already 2 for touchdowns by Dinwiddie on third down, and the extra point is good.
Titans here, I'm sure Coach is trying to talk them up, get them ready to go. As we've got about 5 minutes to go, the Titans here are going to try to rally as they go back with a long bomb, and it's looking like the intended receiver is there. Oh, and he just can't hold on to it. It is deflected by that great defender, O'Neal Shell, as he continues having an impact here on the defense. The Titans have another opportunity, taking it back, and it's going to be, overthrown. Unfortunate there for the Titans, who are trying to get some momentum to be able to shift this turnaround.
Yeah, just not the timing and rhythm we've seen in the passing game all year long, with 13 straight incompletions there in the first half for Lake Taylor. And it's Cedarius Williams trucking over a Lake Taylor defender on his way to the end zone, 33 yards, and Dinwiddie just continues to pour it on, seeking its 3rd consecutive playoff shutout.
What a game for Williams. He is just throwing it down here as he's having 1, 2, 3 touchdowns in a night. Exciting extra point by Bell is good. Dinwiddie is up 28-0, and Williams there is 19 touchdowns going into this game, 1,700 yards. What an incredible athlete as he is making an impact, and Dinwiddie will shut out Lake Taylor 28-0 as Williams has his 2 touchdowns. Williams as well having a great defensive game with 11 tackles and 2 interceptions, and Lake Taylor trying to get a hold there with Quinterly getting an impact, and Holmes going for 10 tackles and 2 interceptions.
We're now checking on the other 4A South semifinal game. The Heritage Hurricanes having a resurgent season under Coach George Massenberg with only 1 loss in the year, taking on the upset killer, the Kings Fork Bulldogs, who last week, Morgan, knocked off the top-seeded Phoebus Phantoms. Can they do it again with another shocker?
I don't know. We're going to have to see how this one develops, and it's going to be exciting because they are coming in. Kings Fork there with a 12-1 record. The Hurricanes 9-4. There is a great battle that's about to take place, and let's see it ran off here as Jeremiah Boyd is looking like a fumble. He recovers it, and it's going to Dimitri Holloway, who gets up. Wow, look at that Kings Fork defense is just swarming the ball every opportunity starting this game.
And Dimitri Holloway, one of those juniors that Coach Massenberg leans on offensively and defensively. How about the senior Wanye Patillo as he lowers the shoulder here for the tough run inside the 5-yard line. He's had a fine postseason for the Hurricanes, as now Boyd will drive back to throw here, play action. He avoids the rush here, gets it off, but it's intercepted in the back of the end zone by junior Tyquan Weston of Kings Fork.
Oh man, we'll see here. They've got another opportunity, but it's fumbled here. We've got a pickup by Bernard Zaxby with the scoop, and it is going to be a score. He is going to go 60 yards to the house to put them up. Extra point by Patrick Hilton will be good, and all of a sudden, it is 7-0.
What a job by Saxby. Looked like we were going to have a scoreless first quarter. The extra point by Patrick Hilton is good for the Hurricanes. And Saxby had 2 touchdowns on offense last week, getting it done on defense this week.
And he does, and it's going to start here with Zaxby with the sack. I'm liking the sound of that Zaxby sack. It's sounding good, and they're going to have an opportunity here to begin, but it is going to be intercepted again, and it is going the other way. This is his second interception of the night, and it is exciting to see this game as both teams are just battling out to get a chance to move on.
It's not only sounding good, Morgan, if you're a Heritage fan, it's looking good, but right now, Kings Fork going to make a push here with Duke Santor, the secret weapon, out of the backfield in that option attack Coach Joe Jones employs, and then it's the sophomore stud Deshaun Wethington, 1,900 yards on the season, 20 touchdowns, and there's one of them right there as he goes all the way 58 yards to pay dirt, and the Bulldogs are on the board, tying it up.
Ooh-wee, I think we should be calling him Debo as he likes to go by, but we'll see how it comes together. Fans are cheering, everyone's excited. Extra point by Austin Wall is through the pipes, and all of a sudden it is a tie ball game at 7.
Yeah, it's anybody's ballgame in the fourth quarter with under 10 minutes to go. We fast forward to just under 2 minutes to go in the ballgame, and it's Wanye Patillo, the workhorse, as he's dragging down here by some Kings Fork defenders here. This is a physical ball game here, and they're going to give it back to Patillo, and you see the tough hits by that Kings Fork defense that they're not letting up one bit.
Who's that? That was Hart, I think, right? With that big hit. Man, he is having a great game here, and we're going to go complete to Saxby. Why not? He's had a great game thus far. Let's get some yards. Let's move those chains, and they're making an impact as we're going to have a chance here. Going this time to their other workhorse, Dimitri Holloway. He's going to be able to get across. Arms are up. It's looking like a 3-yard run. Go-ahead touchdown, and the game is turning.
Oh, Heritage can sense it, they smell it, they can taste it. Just 2 wins away from potentially winning a state championship as the extra point is blocked. 13-7. Heritage says Kings Fork have some magic left. 36 seconds to go. Let's see.
We'll see, and we've got Kings Fork back, and they get the throw, and can they hold on to it? Oh, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Weston. Unfortunately, it is no good there. About 55 seconds left, under a minute. Is it going to be able to go? Kings Fork back again, and this time it's going to be passed, and it is batted down. That's about their last opportunity. Heritage with the ball, and they will take a knee. Heritage will move on to the next round, and they will end up playing Dinwiddie. And how exciting there is, we'll see as we saw Bernard Zaxby. What an incredible game, getting every aspect of that game. Dimitri Holloway getting a touchdown and an interception. Kings Fork doing their best with Deshaun Wethington going for 201 yards and getting his touchdown. And Heritage takes Kings Fork 13-7.
You see the matchups. Heritage will take on Dinwiddie, 12-1, 13-0 Dinwiddie, and a rematch of the 2000 state championship game, while Salem at 11-2 takes on top-seeded Sharonda at 12-1 overall. Well, we've got more highlights of teams from Hampton Roads. We'll check out how Green Run, Lafayette, and Oscar Smith did here on Sports Report.
Welcome back to the Cox Sports Report, where we're going to see the undefeated Lafayette Rams try to take on the Yellow Jackets from James Monroe in the 3A South, where 2 years ago, James Monroe defeated Lafayette 56-21 in the playoffs. Lafayette's here by beating Spotsylvania. James Monroe beat Armstrong. What an exciting start here as we're going to see Lafayette, Jaleel Green, William Mary commit, go Tribes. He's going to get some yardage to put them nearly in the red zone.
And it's a different team, Lafayette team, Morgan, than we saw 2 years ago, as they're now 12-0, 11 straight wins by double figures, and there's a touchdown run by Shaquille Wallace, the fullback, 5 yards, putting the Rams on top first, 7-0. Now it's quarterback Brendan McGinty going up top, 31-yard touchdown to Brandon Villanueva Purnell, as we call him BVP, and Lafayette is rolling 14-0 in the second quarter.
Well, you can see why the Rams are undefeated. We'll be able to see here if James Monroe can make something happen, where we're going to get a 43-yard completion to Jamal Bevels, and Lafayette here on the next one is going with Darian Payton with a sack on the quarterback. And this momentum is shifting here as James Monroe is going to this time go up 26 yards completion to Bevels again, who's going to be able to get them in scoring territory.
And it's quarterback Jay Scroggins with the 1-yard sneak with 6 seconds to go in the half. Much needed for James Monroe there to cut into that deficit. 14-7. We now move ahead to the second half action in Lafayette. You see that running game, but there's a fumble. The ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up and run in by James Monroe for a touchdown. Gary Boxley with the scoop and score.
Woo, nice 11-yard pickup there for Boxley, and it's a tie ball game starting in the second half. And we're moving this time to the fourth quarter as we're going to see Lafayette, Shaquille Wallace, who we heard earlier, get a nice 1-yard punch in, and it is 21-14 for the Rams.
James Monroe now with that passing attack. It's very lethal, and you see right here as Jay Scroggins hooks up with his wide receiver down the field. 41-yard completion as the Yellow Jackets continue to move the ball down the field effortlessly.
Oh, man, Bevels just seems unstoppable as this game continues here. This time it's going to Scroggins to Cordell Boyd from Scroggins. Pass is good, 21-21, and Lafayette here with the kickoff return, and it is going to be an opportunity here for the Rams to try to break this tying game, and it is looking like he is just working his way through that defense. How exciting in this special teams opportunity, and he's going to go. Is it all? And he's getting caught up. That is an 83-yard kickoff return. What an exciting opportunity. Ends up being blocked and called. It's back, and it's moved back. And what do you do?
Shaquille Wallace with the touchdown run from 2 yards out, putting the Rams back in front, 28-1. It's a seesaw back and forth battle. We got just under a minute to go. 3rd and 5 from the 16-yard line for James Monroe. Can they do it? Scroggins over the middle to Cordell Boyd. But wait, it is jarred loose. It's a fumble and run in for a touchdown by Bevels. And just like that, James Monroe's going to overtime, it looks like.
Whew, overtime game. How exciting in this regional semifinals to be able to have a real true nail-biter. And it is 28-28 going into overtime. And we'll see as Lafayette here is going to have an opportunity to get, on the board here with James Monroe. Kick is no good, but it's still a tie game.
That 42-yard field goal could have won it for Lafayette and sent them on to the state semifinals. And James Monroe will strike here. Antonio Edwards with the touchdown, 10 yards from Scroggins. 34-28. Can Lafayette answer his? The PAT was no good. A touchdown and an extra point can win it. This is it. This is the season. 4th down. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. 4th down. Lafayette throws incomplete pass, and that is the game. James Monroe takes Lafayette 34-28 in overtime. You can see that they are just utterly defeated and disappointed as it was such a close game, and it could have sincerely gone either way. And we've got Scroggins there. We saw how went for 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, and another touchdown. And Jaleel Green went 122 yards there for Lafayette. James Monroe will move on to 3A state final where they will take on 13-0 Heritage out of Lynchburg.
Well, how did the Oscar Smith Tigers do? And what about the Green Run Stallions and Salem Sun Devils? That's next on Sports Report. And welcome back to Sports Report with Morgan Lang. I'm Matthew Hatfield. We now go to Virginia Beach as the Green Run Stallions take on the Salem Sun Devils in the 5A South playoffs here, semifinal action. Morgan, Green Run lost this game to Salem 44-6. A lot has changed since then. Will the outcome change this time?
I guess we'll see. As we see, starting off with Green Run, Austin Lynch going back to throw, and it's complete to Brayon Waters, who's going to be able to get some yardage and get some movement up this field to start this game early. Green Run with the momentum here, and this time it's going to go to Anthony Scott, name we've heard all year, and he's going through to the house, 10 yards, and the Stallions are up 7-0 early in the first quarter.
That's Mr. Scott's 30th touchdown of the year for that high-octane Green Run offense. And Salem's got an offense of their own here. And you see Kyrie Burton, the speedy, shifty senior wide receiver, going all the way, 69 yards on the touchdown pass from Jarrell Lightbody, the sophomore. And Salem is on the board. Extra point ties it at 7-all.
Tie game. Who would have known? Stallion versus Sun Devils, and we'll see Lynch here as he goes back to throw, but it is intercepted there by that Salem defense, number 25, Quadri Corbin, and he gets some movement. He's going the other way, and this is an exciting change of events here for the Sun Devils.
Oh, and that junior safety would not be done. We go to the second quarter, deadlocked at 7, and Salem's going to untie this thing. Give it to the sophomore running back Malik Butts. He's been tremendous in this playoff run for Salem as they lost those last 2 regular season games to Ocean Lakes and Tallwood, but have bounced back very well. You see Dejon Blaine on the screen pass. Minimal gain there as that Green Run defense swarms on them. They will settle for a field goal, 30 yards, and the kick is booted through by Tyler McKee to give Salem a lead.
10-7 lead nonetheless, and the Sun Devils are up and moving, but we're going to see Trayvon Hill here getting back, going, and he's in dangerous territory. Oh man, that sack in the end zone. A safety there, number 52, getting a huge play, and it is 12-7 there, and let's see if it happens. We've got Trayvon Hill going back again. Oh no, nightmare. It's a junior sacked again, and that is 2 safeties in a row, 14-7. 4 points that they probably could have done without, but hey, great defense there, moving them up the board.
And no wonder the BCS schools are offering and chasing Trayvon Hill, and you see Salem there with an opportunity in the end zone, but it's an interference penalty on Green Run. They've kind of knocked some of those penalties out there during their run here, but that's going to cost them as that puts Salem inside the 5-yard line, where Malik Butts will finish it off with a short touchdown run as Salem's lead continues to increase. PAT this time will be blocked by the Stallions, but Salem with a comfortable advantage right now of 20-7 in the ballgame.
And this opportunity here, Salem is back, and it's going to be a pass to Colton Brown. What a nice snag. Good defense there, good coverage as they're going to get. Let's take another look at this.
Oh, he just lofted it up over the defense at the right point there for Brown to go attack it, and he brings it in. Safe play there. Now Green Run here inside its own 5 as Austin Lynch tries to avoid the rush, and he's intercepted again by Quadri Corbin as the junior safety does it again, and Salem right outside the red zone. That's right where McKee wants to kick it, his distance there, and this field goal, though, for Salem would be no good.
And Green Run, after scoring 200 points, is a little sloppy here, but it's an opportunity as Green Run here is going to go up the middle there, and he's brought down. Oh, and his ball is loose, and who's going to end up picking it up, Matt? It's looking like it's going to
The Salem
Sun Devils.
They've got it, and like you mentioned, that offense, 200 points the last 4 games, and Salem's defense really the difference in this ballgame, and so too is Malik Butts. How about the running of him? Very determined. He sees daylight, he gets it done, and he's a pinball bouncing off of guys, making the moves. He's got the total package tonight.
Yeah, he absolutely does. It's Malik Butts once, twice, 3 times, and he's going to go in. Potentially, and it's looking good. He is going to cross that end zone line. It is 5 yards as he goes 27-7, and everyone's getting excited here. You see those cheerleaders. Everyone's moving and grooving, and we've got Green Run here with a run opportunity, and it's a big James Stevens senior linebacker with the stop. What great defense there.
And he bows to show his pleased there on that play, and Salem wins it 27-7. Malik Butts with 223 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Sherelle Lightbody with 113 yards passing and a score. Anthony Scott held to 56 yards rushing and a touchdown with 1 reception for 9 yards as the Stallions season finishes up at 9-4 overall.
And we're going to see Salem take on Elsie Bird, who's also undefeated there. And then number 5, North Stanford, who's 11-2, will take Briar Woods, who's 12-1. And we're going to continue as we'll go to 6A regional semifinals, where we'll see the undefeated Oscar Smith Tigers take on the Forest Park Bruins. And we'll see, as this one is an exciting one, Oscar Smith comes in undefeated, 12-0 record, as we know, and they defeated Grassfield and Bayside to get this far. And Forest Park, very excited for the Bruins. They've beaten Verina and Patrick Henry. Matt, what's going to develop here?
Well, uncharted territory for Forrest Park, their first ever playoff appearance. Oscar Smith looking for its 3rd state title since 2008. And plays like that will get it done. Monty Finner bringing it in from the freshman quarterback, Sean Mitchell. Oscar Smith out to the early lead, and they're going to keep on rolling. Marquise Cook Payton with the 15-yard touchdown run. And this Tigers offense is dynamic. It's explosive. It does it in a lot of ways. And Forrest Park is facing an uphill battle at this point.
Oh, quick 2 first scores. It's 14-0 late in the first quarter, and we're going to have an opportunity here for Forest Park, but it's going to be intercepted there by Colin Bruton with a 28-yard pick 6 as he crosses the line. It is 21-0 early on in the game, but we're going to see here they're going to go up the middle to Cook, and it's through again, and they are just dominating this game here with the Tigers having an opportunity. Extra point is blocked, so special teams there for the Bruins, getting in front of them. Great job there, but it is still 27-0.
That's an awful big hole. And there's Dior Dawson coming in on the blitz with the sack, and he is fired up, excited here as that defense has just been lights out all year long. They had 6 pass breakups, 2 picks, 6 sacks this game. You see Dawson just playing the wood there. What a hit by Dawson as he unloads on the quarterback before Forrest Park, Nathan Perrin.
And they do, and Forrest Park is trying to get something going here, and it's complete, but it is a big hit there by that defense, and he is slow to get up, as I can imagine. That was a very big hit, and Forrest Park here with Bruins going back again, and it's a long bomb, and it's an opportunity, but it is going to be intercepted there with Monty Fenner, who piles over there, the Forrest Park receiver, and they are going to continue moving here. This time, Jalen Bradshaw is going to come up, Virginia Tech commit. Moving forward here.
And Deshaun McLeese, so many weapons. You got the ball hawk and Bradshaw on defense, the heat-seeking missile, and Fenner on defense. And there's the speedster with all the moves, and McLeese there with the 12-yard touchdown run for the Tigers as they just continue to pour it on. They're going to try the fake here. 2-point conversion try. Can they get it in? No good, but Oscar Smith just simply too much for Forrest Park to contain.
Then freshman Sean Mitchell is going to have an opportunity here to get another big opportunity, another big throw. And here he's going to go. They can run it. They can throw it. Passing game's looking good today as he gets up, and it is a long catch complete to Josh Sweat. What an incredible grab. Definitely would like to see a replay on that one, but it is incredible. If you missed that one, make sure you DVR us and watch it again.
Freak of nature, Josh Sweat is the junior 5-star. And what about Monty Fenner here? The presence of mind to haul it in, step back, let the defense go by him, and go to the end zone for a 44-yard touchdown. As Rich Morgan's Tigers have just been simply impressive all year long. Now moving on to the next round, it appears with a insurmountable leader in the fourth quarter. Forrest Park now facing some of the second-team defenders for Oscar Smith here. As you see, this pass is complete over the middle to Derek Drapin, and that'll set up a chance for Forrest Park to get on the board here with Mustaclean Williams, who will get this pass here from Nathan Perrin. And what happens, Morgan?
It's grabbed, and that puts them on the board. How exciting for the Bruins. It's not a shutout anymore, and it is 40-7. They are on the board. Great grab there by Williams. Very exciting to see, ending up the fourth quarter here with a few more plays and a few more opportunities.
They at least have something to cheer about here. It's not a shutout. Oscar Smith's defense has just been only given up one touchdown the last 6 games of their first-team unit as they will get the squib kick here, and it's a lonely, tough day if you're a Forrest Park fan as Oscar Smith just continues to be the juggernaut in Hampton Roads High School football. They'll put the subs in here as they will run it out with the third-team offense here. As of those backups that'll be future stars for the Tigers perhaps will milk the clock here, and Oscar Smith with another ultra-impressive performance.
And the Tigers would outscore their opponents 619-68 this season. They are just crushing it. Oscar Smith will remain number 1 there, moving 40-7 over Forrest Park. Sean Mitchell went for 240 yards with 2 touchdowns. Deshaun McLeese, as we saw, went 136 yards with a touchdown. Bradshaw having an impact there as well. And then Forrest Park doing everything they can to get on that board, as we saw as Williams had his great touchdown there late in the fourth quarter.
A lot of playmakers, a lot of weapons. And so does Ocean Lakes. They have a lot of weapons, but not in this night against Colonial Forge, as the upset was pulled as Colonial Forge wins 23-20 as Daniel Izagu with, you see, 7 touches resulting in over 100 yards of offense, 2 touchdowns plus the kick return touchdown of 95 yards. Ocean Lakes will get down 20 in this game, make a rally, but not enough. You see Quincy Watts and Mike Alston combining for 202 yards receiving and a touchdown.
And more along the 6A state semifinals. So who are you going to keep your eye out for? We're going to see Colonial Forge 10-3 take on Oscar Smith, who is now 13-0. Westfield 11-2 is going to take Centerville 13-0. More exciting games next week, so make sure you stay tuned for those. And our player of the week, no doubt here, Malik Botts, with a running back from Salem High School. He went for 39 carries, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Sun Devils defeat Green Run in that semifinal game.
Well, we are out of time. For Morgan Lang, I'm Matthew Hatfield. We'll catch you next week right here on Sports Report.